This is the Projekt Gemineye Update, your source for all things Projekt Gemineye. Brought to you by Riffical Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to episode 169 of the Projekt Gemineye Update. On this very sunny day, as you can see, as if I move my head, a bunch of sun comes in. Anyways, there's a lot to talk about today. Not just Projekt Gemineye stuff, but many things in amongst the Riffical Records sort of scope of things. But let's start with some Projekt Gemineye stuff. So, some things got completed today. That's going to help get the vinyl thing done quicker. Well, as quick as possible. The download cards came in. They are done. How can I do this without giving away stuff? Okay, I'll do it this way. Because there's a code here at the bottom. I don't want to give it away yet. So there's what the download card will look like. I really love the way this turned out. It's like an invitation there. They turned out excellent. They're high quality cardboard. No skimping on this stuff, especially for you guys. And we also got the hype stickers came in, as you can see. And I'll be totally honest, I had these already done earlier, but there was a little error on the first one. It said 5th full-length album instead of 6th. And some people would have said, well, you could easily just fix that or just marker it out or whatever instead of having to get them all done again and spend the money on it. But you know what? I don't do that kind of stuff, especially for you guys who have always been top-notch supporters and have made Projekt Gemineye what it is. So I went back and said, no, it has to be redone again properly to represent the 6th album. And they got done and they look perfect now. So I'm very happy about that. As far as the album, the results so far from what I'm hearing is they're still waiting on the album covers to get done. It's just, I'm just in line with everybody else. So apparently, though, the album cover should get done pretty soon. Once I get them, I'll show you guys, of course, and I'll be signing them all. I'll be putting the posters in, the download cards, and I will give them Train Records the hype stickers. So when they are ready to be shrink wrapped, after they do their shrink wrapping, I'll put the hype stickers on, and it'll be a done job. We're still a little ways away from that. So patience, my friends. But I guarantee you it'll be one of the best sounding ones that we've done for sure. I always say that, but I'm happy very much with the results of this so far. The acetate turned out fantastic, so I have no reason to believe otherwise. Okay, what next to talk about? Well, let's talk about this. Joe Bailey, as you know, who's with me in the Dark Monarchy, I signed him to my label, and his album, the newest one, the Devil in the White City, came out on CD, was pre-ordered, and it's done, and they are already in England. That was very quick, the shipping from Train Records. Once it was done, it took all of 3 days to get to England. Can you believe that? So here's a shrink wrapped copy of the CD. Okay, they turned out absolutely brilliant. Thanks to Steve Holland, who did all the graphic work for this. He did some fantastic work on this stuff. I'm always pleased with the work that he does with us for Dark Monarchy and for Joe's stuff. And just so you can see what it looks like, here's an unshrunk one. This is my copy of it. Just the work that Steve did on this is just, I can't believe how good it turned out. There you can see a CD. The booklet, really, really nice on this one. The graphic work on this. All the lyrics in here. Credits in the back and stuff like that. And yeah, just brilliant. The album sounds fantastic. very happy with this. I think for sure it's probably one of his strongest ones. Very symphonic like his other work, but this one is a little bit heavier, a little bit more double bass, a little bit more heavier guitars in this. So if you like a little bit of the heavier edge stuff, this album will be for you. I think, yeah, in my opinion, I think it's one of his best records that he's done. And I love a lot of his records. In fact, I think one of his, I think I said before that his third album is one of my favorites that he's ever done. So, but still, this is a great album. If you don't own this, excuse me, if you don't own this, you might want to go over to Joe Bailey's Bandcamp page and order it. We only made 100 copies of this, if you can believe it, and they're going pretty quickly. So get yourself a copy of this, and you won't be sorry. Okay, so what next? Well, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is another album that's coming out. In fact, it's coming out, if my memory is correct, tomorrow. That is my own record under the Mark Anthony Kaye and the Lower Third Collective title. This album here is something I've been working on for a while, since about January, maybe even a little bit before that, but it's around January started, and the motivation behind this album was that hard period that I was going through when I had that whole difficulty with the finances around the house and the property taxing and all that stuff that was getting hit over the head with me for this house. Luckily, it's all taken care of now, but that whole time period, those 3 months, really made me write a lot of songs, and they all came out in here. And there's actually a few songs, well, a lot of the songs are from that period, and there's also some few songs that I took from my EP before, remixed them and put them together with this because I found that they had a similar sort of message I was trying to give. And that was trying to find hope in memories. Like there's a song on this record called Santa Maria, which is about when I was with my old band. We went to Santa Maria to play a festival. That time period really impacted me very strongly, very positively. So I always try to go back to that memory in my mind whenever I'm feeling down. Also, there's a couple of memories that are not so happy, but they're still strong memories. There's a song called Jackie, which is about my dog Jackie. As you know, she passed away a couple of years back. And I wrote a heartfelt song about her. In the newer batch of songs, there's a song on here called Fly High, which was actually, the motivation of that was, of course, the passing of Taylor Hawking of the Foo Fighters. That was a big thing for me too, because I was a big fan of his as a musician, as a person, and as a drummer, obviously. So I wrote the song about him and his early passing, but if you really listen to it, it could be about anybody who has passed early on from life, like Bowie, Neil Peart, all these people. You could definitely attach the same sentiment that I have in that song to all those people. And I think it's one of my better written songs I've written in a long while. What else is there? There's a song on here called Alone, which is the opener of it, and that song's a bit different. I wrote it in the sense lyrically where I hoped that the person who was hammering me with these constant emails and messages about this whole house situation that I went through, I was trying to envision a very bad end for this guy. I mean, of course, it's not his fault. He's just trying to do his job. But when you're in that situation and you're under such stress, you only think of just the worst for these people. And I put it into lyrics. So, yeah. If you read it, you'll see what I mean by that. I feel that this record really finally connected with my hard rock side of my songwriting, which is something I hadn't done in a while. I mean, I did those EPs before a couple years back, but this full length, because it is 8 songs, I think really has finally connected with what I was hoping for sonically, lyrically, melodically, and I really hope that you guys will take a chance and listen to it. It's going to be out only digitally right now, but you never know. Maybe I might take a chance and do some CDs of it, but I really like the way it turned out, and I'm hoping that you guys will take a listen to it and maybe even consider buying a copy of it. Again, when you buy these kind of releases that are just digital, whatever I get from this goes right back into the Riffical Records pot and funds the next project, which will be obviously the next Projekt Gemineye album. And, you know, depending on how things go, sometimes I make a little more than expected from some of these things, and it can go into something more. Like for this album, I put 2 posters in the Book 3 album. I have 2 posters coming in this release. Maybe on the next Projekt Gemineye album, I might have enough in the kitty to make a gatefold cover. You never know, right? That's what I'm just saying. Like, this is the whole reasoning for what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm really excited about this album. It should be coming out tomorrow. I believe it's called Projekt Gem. It's called Mark Anthony K. and the Lower Third Collective Rock Music Volume 1, Motivations and Inspirations. The album cover is something that I thought was pretty clever. It was done by me. The cover just shows what are some of the motivations and inspirations for me. As far as music goes, well, not all of them, obviously. I don't drink anymore. I'm not a drinker, but alcohol obviously is a motivation and an inspiration for some. There's another thing on there. I'm not going to say online here what it is, but, you know, take a good look at the cover and you'll see some of the other things. Again, it's not what I'm involved with, but it is something that's very present in the world of music. And yeah, but that Gibson Les Paul Jr. that's on the cover, wow, what a great guitar. It's not my guitar, but I love that guitar. I've always loved those Gibson Les Paul Jr.'s, and one day I'll have one like that. It will be mine one day. Yeah, but I think that's it for now. If anything else has slipped my mind, I will do it in the next message. As far as anything that's anybody been waiting, I think everything's been shipped. There's 2 people who are probably just waiting on posters. I finally have the proper things I need to ship it out, so your posters will be coming out to you very soon. Sorry so much for the wait. So some of these things are taking forever to get the resources to ship. So, yeah, that's all taken care of, and it'll be en route to you very, very soon. Again, I think that's it. Again, check out... Of course, the dog has to bark now. Shadow, stop it. Again, check out Joe Bailey's... check out Joe Bailey's Facebook page and Joe Bailey's Bandcamp page, and check out the Projekt Gemineye stuff and the Fickle Records stuff page, and I will talk to you all very soon. Damn dog.